Hello and welcome to Chip Off the Old Block Toys. This is Jeff and today we're going to review the set Jaws. And this is based off of a 1975 movie directed by Steven Spielberg, one of his earlier movies. And this is a 2-hour and 4-minute movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a great watch. I recommend it. And it's not too family friendly, but it's not horrible either. Obviously, it's about a shark that kills people, so there is a lot of gore, but it's not too bad in my opinion. Anyway, we're going to review the Lego set. And the Lego set has 1,497 pieces and 3 minifigures. And this was released in early August of 2024, earlier this year. Now, I ordered it shortly after it came out. It was on back order. Mine just barely came in about a week ago. I did 2 live streams if you didn't watch it. At the end of this video will be a playlist for you to watch those 2 live streams if you'd like to see me build this. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's jump into this review. So in my reviews, I give you the dimensions, and then I can tell you information about the minifigures, and then what we do is I assign from 0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. I evaluate value, creativity, playability, ease of build, and part out value. And then I give you a 6th overall ranking where it is the average of those scores. Okay, so here's how this goes. Dimensions for this one was tough because we've got dimensions of what? Well, really 4 things. We got the shark when it's put together, we've got the base, and we've got the boat, then we've got the whole thing when it's put together. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to start off with the boat. The boat here is 14¼ inches by 3½ inches by 13¼ inches tall. For my friends on the metric system, that is simply 36 centimeters by 8½ centimeters by 33½ centimeters. And when it comes to Jaws himself, well, Jaws comes off of here, and Jaws can be placed just like this. And Jaws in this form, he is simply 10¾ inches, and I knew that was going to happen, by 5½ inches from fin to fin to 5½ inches from there here to the table. If you're on the metric system, that's 27½ centimeters this way, and it is 14 centimeters these ways. Okay, so now we're going to talk about just the base, which, yes, the boat very easily comes off the base. And the base itself, it is 18½ inches by 5¾ inches, 2 inches tall from here to there. So if you're on the metric system, that's 47 centimeters by 14½ centimeters by 5 centimeters. Now, if you want to know the dimensions all together, well, I don't think I'm going to try to take that apart because it is hard to get apart without it breaking. So just imagine the shark's on here because it doesn't stick out this way. So from here to here, the dimensions 23 inches, and it's 7 inches wide by 13¼ inches tall. That's 58½ centimeters by 17½ centimeters by 33½ centimeters from here to here. So those are the dimensions. As far as the minifigures, we do have 3, and they're major characters in the movie. We have the police chief, Martin Brody. We have Matt Hooper here, who, by the way, is played by Richard Dreyfuss, who also starred in another movie that I really liked, and that is What About Bob with Bill Murray. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, that's a good movie too. And here's Sam Quint right here. So that's the 3 minifigures, and that's all the information we have on them. As far as the set itself, well, it does have 6 stickers. I have relaxed my view on stickers. I still don't like them, but as long as there's just a couple, I'm not going to dock any more points anymore. And seeing as there's only 6 stickers, and 2 of them are the name of the ship, I'm just going to go ahead and go with it and give it a 10 out of 10. And that's mostly because this set retails for $149.99, and it has 1,497 pieces and 3 minifigures. That is 10 cents on the nose per piece. And Lego did not do what I've seen them do recently, and I think a lot of you have seen this, where they're, if it could be a 1x2 plate, they're giving you 2 1x1 plates and then calling it extra pieces to get the piece count up to get the ratio down to make it look like it's on par with older sets from bygone era. They didn't do that this time. This time we've got large pieces everywhere. A lot of these wave pieces. I mean, I didn't feel that they did that. So that's why I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. The creativity, well, if you've seen the movie, this is definitely looks like Jaws. I love this piece right here with the fins. It's got it on both sides. You'll love the mouth of this thing. And I love, oh my gosh, I love how they use these pieces for the eyes. That is the coolest idea. In fact, whenever I build my city, I'm going to have to find a way to incorporate that if I build some sharks, because those eyes are just, that's just awesome. I love the stand. I love the fact that they give you two ways to use the shark. If you pull it apart, you can stick them on here like you saw in the beginning. I love the waves. Love the boat itself. But there is one thing I don't like about it, and that is the boat is very fragile. For instance, this piece, I'm glad it demonstrated it. It keeps coming off, as well as the boat is fragile to move, and it keeps coming apart too. And because they didn't build it that well, I'm only going to give creativity a 9 out of 10. I'm only going to dock a point, but overall, it's a great set. I mean, it's not a bad one. It's just a little too fragile. And I know Legos in general are fragile, but this is too fragile. As far as playability, well, that's a 9 out of 10. You got a lot here. I like the fact that Jaws separates again. I like that feature. And you put them right here, and then you got the waves. That looks cool. I love the boat. The boat actually does come apart here, so you can get inside here where there's a couch and all that. And once again, this thing, see, I'm telling you, it's just fragile. That just keeps happening. And I found it really annoying because I put this thing back on probably about 30 times, no doubt. And when I put it on the shelf for the last time that I'm going to move this for a while, I'm going to go ahead and reconnect that. I'm not going to do that now. But yeah, this is kind of a pain in the butt feature, those strings, and plus this back end right here, it likes to come off too. So anyway, playability is a 9. Ease of build, well, it's not that hard of a build. You got one book here, and you got 374 steps to build this. So it's really not that bad of a build. But there are some parts that, would be kind of difficult, like the shark a little bit. And you got to remember, I know that a lot of kids play with these, so I based this off of what my 6-year-old granddaughter can do, and basically that's a 7 out of 10. That's not bad. It's not saying it's really difficult, but it's not saying it's extremely easy either. As far as the part out value, also I'm going to go with 7 out of 10. And here's why. You've got a lot of wedge pieces that are dark blue. Unless you're going to build waves, there's not much you can do with it. Also, when it comes to boat pieces, again, some of these pieces can be used somewhere else, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them, well, they're specific to a boat. But not bad overall, a 7 out of 10. And if you average everything I'm telling you, that's an 8.4 overall. Now, I like when Lego does sets representing movies. But there's actually a movie that made fun of Jaws, and that is the opening scene of Airplane. Now, I can only play about 10 seconds of it, or else I'm going to get a copyright strike, but here it is. Notice how they used the theme song to Jaws in there. And they used the tail of the airplane to represent the fin of the shark. Anyway, there you have it. I really like these Lego movie themed sets. Lego's been doing it for a long time. We've got plenty of examples. I hope they keep doing it. I mean, we've got the Lone Ranger, we've got Harry Potter, Star Wars obviously, Nightmare Before Christmas, Home Alone, Batman, Avengers, Lord of the Rings. We've also got Indiana Jones, Sleeping Beauty, tons of Disney. I'm not going to go over any more Disney. But there's a ton of those. You also have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles they've done, The Incredibles, Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Sonic the Hedgehog, even Scooby-Doo they've done sets off of that. And yes, it was both a cartoon and a movie. So I hope Lego continues to do these sort of things because this appeals to a wider audience. And my whole purpose of this channel is to do what I enjoy, share it with you, and also promote the hobby of Legos. So the more Lego does these sort of videos, or not videos, but these sets based off of movies, the bigger the audience it'll appeal to. All right, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave me a comment below. If you'd like to help the channel, here's 2 ways you can do it. You can make a donation at PayPal, or you can head to, and the link's in the description, or you can go to Bricklink and buy off my store, and I ship within 24 business hours. And if you do that, there's a link in the description that helps the channel. If you don't have the financial means, that's totally okay. I appreciate every comment, like, I appreciate every view you guys give me. So if you guys would, again, hit that like button and all that good stuff. Also, if you want to help the channel and you don't have money, here's another way you can help me out. Share a link to this video or any of my other videos on other social media platforms. It just gets the word out there. And you're my marketing department, because I can't afford to do that. All right, guys, like I said, if you want to watch me building this, at the end is going to be the playlist for the 2 live streams that I did building this. All right, be good to each other, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.